Hello and welcome to the Host City podcast here with Tim Briercliffe, the Secretary General of the Association of International Horticultural Producers. For viewers who are watching who don't know anything about AIPH or Horticultural Expos, Tim, can you just tell us a little bit about the scale of these events and the purpose? What are they and what are they for?
Hello, Ben, and thank you for inviting me to join your interview. Yes, so if you are familiar with the World Expo concept and the World Expo that took place in Milan in 2015 and that is due to take place in Dubai next year, then you will have a feel of what the World Expo is. Well, really, an AIPH approved International Horticultural Expo is the same concept, but focusing on greening the landscape, the use of plants and horticulture. So a city will host a large scale event. They will invite countries to participate who will come, build their own gardens, build their own pavilions, and communicate their messages about greening. So these events are significant in scale. Typically, they will cover anything from 25 hectares up to even over 900 hectares, as we had in Beijing last year. They get anything between 2 million and 10 million visitors over a period of 6 months, and they and up to 100 countries often will be participating in these events. They may cost 100 million euros or more to build and to put together, but we have calculated from research on past expos that the average direct economic benefit to the city is over 500 million euros, and that doesn't include all the indirect benefits that come from it as well. So these are large events, and they leave a significant green legacy in the city as well.
Yeah, so you say that the focus is on greening. I mean, is that what do you mean by that? Is it about building a garden, a nice garden for the city that's going to be there for a few months, or is it wider than that? Is it more wide-reaching?
Yeah, so one of the benefits clearly will be a green park often, which is a legacy which comes from it. But we're looking much more at how greening improves people's lives and how it impacts on society. So it's a much broader about sustainability. So the theme from Beijing last year was Live Green, Live Better. The theme in Almere in the Netherlands for their next expo in 2022 will be Growing Green Cities. So it's really looking at how to apply sustainable technologies, how to apply the use of plants and the landscape to address the challenges that cities face now and in the future to become more sustainable.
Fantastic. In the current climate, it's a very, very difficult time for staging major events for everybody in the events industry. We're all facing an unprecedented challenge here. What impact has COVID had on your own expos and preparations?
Well, yeah, of course, it's a really difficult time for anyone organizing events just now and all the uncertainty associated with that. I thankfully for us that we did not have an expo running in 2020, but we do have many expos coming up in the years ahead. So we have had to make some changes as a result of COVID. For example, the big expo plan for Qatar at the end of next year will now move to 2023. The expo plan for Łódź in Poland in 2024 will now move to a later year. But we still have many expos still continuing. We have two next year, one in Yangzhou in China, one in Hatay in Turkey, and the others in the years ahead are still continuing right up to 2027 in Yokohama. So they are all continuing as planned. And we're looking to support these expos along the way as they make decisions and try to adapt their plans.
And looking a bit further ahead, if there's cities watching who are interested in the idea of hosting an expo, what biddable events do you have on the horizon that they could apply for?
Well, we've been very pleased to see that there's still many cities still really interested in hosting events. And even in our recent meeting in September, we were able to help progress applications from Chengdu in China, from Izmir in Turkey, from Wanbing in Vietnam. And so if cities want to still apply, they should be looking from the 2025 period onwards. and we can seek to accommodate them in that time frame. These events do take a number of years to prepare. They are big events. They involve growing a green landscape, constructing an area. They should be considered as part of the green development plan for a city, really. But from that time, we do have opportunities for different categories of our expos to take place, and we'd be happy to discuss that with any city interested.
Thanks very much, Tim. And if people want to find out more, they could go to your website, aiph.org. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, and they can also come to Host City 2020 and hear you speak about the impact of expos on greening cities there, which is great. That takes place on the 8th to the 9th of December. Really looking forward to hearing you speak there. And yeah, thanks very much for your time, and great to hear that the expos are progressing so well through such a difficult time. Look forward to seeing you in December.
My pleasure. I look forward to the conference.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks everyone for listening. Bye.
Thank you.